Have you ever considered how much your sexual health might affect your general health? Did you know that regular sex can actually help avoid life-threatening illnesses like cancer, or that some women who swallow their spouse may witness an increase in their immune system? If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I strongly advise you to do so right away. In this video, we'll explore astounding sex facts backed by scientific research, which have the potential to drastically transform your understanding of intimacy. You won't want to miss these unexpected revelations that could result in a healthier and more satisfying life. Sign up to receive updates on all of our latest content. I'm interested in knowing what you think about today's topic. If you like it, please leave a comment below. If it doesn't speak to you, give it a 0. Your input is essential to me since it helps me make better videos that now reflect your interests. Let's begin. If that piques your interest, prepare for a treat as I unveil some truly astounding sex-related facts in this video, all backed by scientific research. You won't want to miss this. Did you know that some women who swallow their partners may see an increase in their immune systems, and that regular sex could actually help prevent life-threatening diseases like cancer? Let's begin with a startling revelation. 1 in 7,000 women are born without a vagina. People often ignore this disorder, known as vaginal agenesis, until puberty, leading many young women to embark on an unexpected and intensely emotional journey to understand their own bodies. This merely touches the surface of the intriguing realm of female anatomy and sexual health. Here is another fascinating fact that can surprise you. The impact of learning something so profound can be life-altering. Women who regularly use emoticons in their texts are statistically more likely to send nudes if the situation is right, according to a North American study. This minor detail demonstrates how human emotion and contemporary technology have changed how we exhibit intimacy and communicate our aspirations. Let's discuss pleasure. It's shocking to learn that a simple kiss on the neck or a light lick on the ear can send a shockwave of pure bliss to a woman's body, especially in her vagina. These areas are extremely sensitive, and stimulating them can lead to almost instantaneous arousal, heightening the connection between partners in an intimate moment. Speaking of the wild side of sex, let's take a moment to explore the animal kingdom. The black widow spider is notorious for having a deadly appetite during or after sex. If she's hungry, she can literally devour her mate, and on particularly ravenous days, she can consume up to 20 males in a single day. It's a chilling reminder of the primal instincts that still exist beneath the surface of all living beings, even in the context of love and desire. Now, rediscovering intimacy, healthy sexuality. After 60 is a digital book that contains emotional wisdom and practical advice to help you reignite the spark in your relationship, whether you're navigating physical challenges or just want to strengthen your emotional bond. If you want to rekindle your passion, especially after 60, I have something special for you. Make sure to click on the first pinned comment to get your copy today. Given the limited space, seize this transformative opportunity to reconnect with humanity. According to research by the American Sociological Association, the most intense, mind-blowing sex occurs when you are deeply in love with your partner. The emotional bond between you and your partner is essential in enhancing physical pleasure and elevating everyday moments into extraordinary ones. Nevertheless, roughly 70% of men still choose to avoid having sex during their partner's menstrual cycle, which raises additional questions about comfortable communication and emotional understanding in relationships. If you have an especially keen sense of smell, you may be in for a more intense sexual experience. Stay with me because we're only beginning to explore how fascinating, complex and powerful our sexuality truly is. Did you know that orgasms can actually improve sperm quality? Yes, frequent sex can not only increase fertility, but also lead to healthier, higher quality semen by reducing DNA damage in sperm. Scents like sweat or vaginal discharge, which are rich in pheromones, have the power to enhance pleasure, making intimacy even more electrifying. This finding gives couples dealing with minor infertility problems some hope. It's important to emphasize that resolving issues with conception may involve regular intimacy. The human body perfectly adapts for both reproduction and pleasure, as this intriguing illustration demonstrates. Speaking of health, Istanbul, Turkey, psychologist Anna claims that solo pleasure masturbation, also known as solo sex, has special advantages of its own. In a world where intimacy with others can occasionally feel complicated, masturbation offers a safe and empowering way to connect with yourself. In addition to offering many of the same physical and emotional benefits as sex with a partner, solo sex can increase self-confidence, give you a deeper understanding of your body, and leave you feeling sexually fulfilled. Not to mention the strong emotional bond that sex creates between two people. Your body releases oxytocin, also known as the love hormone, after sex, which makes you feel incredibly relaxed and bonded to your partner. This hormone not only increases feelings of intimacy, but can also increase trust between partners. In fact, one study found that when strangers were given an oxytocin-containing nasal spray, they started to trust each other more, highlighting the hormone's amazing ability to create emotional bonds. Let's now discuss the diversity of human sexuality. Conversely, some heterosexual individuals have experienced same-sex encounters, yet they continue to identify as straight due to the complexity, fluidity, and highly personal nature of sexuality. Additionally, there is formicophilia, which is the sexual interest in having insects or worms crawl on the body. While this may seem strange to many, it serves as a reminder of the wide range of human sexual preferences and curiosities for men. Did you know that many lesbian, gay, and bisexual people have had heterosexual experiences in their youth, but still remain true to themselves? Having an active sexual life is a prescription for long-term health, not just enjoyment. Men who regularly have sex are statistically more likely to survive past the age of 80. Additionally, having sex at least once a week has been associated with a lower risk of diabetes, heart disease, strokes, and other conditions. This clearly illustrates the connection between physical intimacy and general wellness, longevity, and energy. The rich tapestry of human sexual experience includes tame and wild sexual fantasies, which are more common than we think. Group sex is another common sexual fantasy for many people, and it's fascinating to note that over half of those who fantasize about it have eventually made it a reality. Asexuality is another aspect of the variety of ways that people experience their sexuality. Approximately 1% of the world's population describes themselves as asexual, meaning they don't feel a strong sexual desire for anyone. Speaking of origins, did you know that researchers think that a fawn is an old animal? Around 30 million years ago, Dortha became the first living thing on Earth to reproduce sexually. This historic event signaled the beginning of a practice that has fascinatingly changed from prehistoric times to the present. Intimacy frequently finds its way into our daily lives, even at work. According to a Match.com study, 44% of singles report experiencing an orgasm nearly every time they have sex with someone they've been intimate with in the past, such as an ex-partner. Day office romances and sexual behavior have become ingrained in human life. In fact, approximately 1 in 5 people have had sex with a coworker. This statistic emphasizes how crucial emotional ties, trust and familiarity are to obtaining sexual enjoyment. Knowing someone well can occasionally result in more satisfying and deep sexual encounters, demonstrating that intimacy involves more than just physical ties, but also emotional and psychological ties. Research suggests that movies, artwork, or even a special connection with someone can trigger this delightful sensation. Have you ever had the tingling sensation that goes up your spine while listening to a powerful piece of music? We refer to this sensation as a skin orgasm or free one. What's fascinating about freeform is that it's not just music erratic. You never know exactly when or why it will happen, but when it does, it feels like your entire body comes alive with emotion. When it comes to sexual pleasure, each woman possesses unique nerve endings in her genitals. Because of this, what makes one woman feel the most pleasured may not work the same way for another, and during orgasm, those rhythmic vaginal contractions that feel so intense are actually the uterus attempting to pull sperm inside, an incredible involuntary reaction linked to the body's reproductive instincts for men. There may be some intriguing detours on the path to sexual fulfillment. The paradox that more than half of young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 acknowledge that their last sexual partner was only a casual hookup indicates that having many sexual partners throughout one's lifetime does not always translate into greater satisfaction. In fact, men may find that they experience less sexual fulfillment when their last encounter was with someone they truly care about, but those deep emotional connections can often lead to more pleasure, fewer erection issues, and less pain during sex. This sheds light on the dynamic nature of modern relationships. Let's talk about oral sex, which, despite its perceived safety compared to other forms of sex, carries some risks. It's crucial to exercise caution because fluid exchange can still spread infections. It's interesting to note that both sexes now commonly engage in erotic biting, with 50% of men and 55% of women admitting to enjoying the sensation during intimate moments. This playful act of aggression can enhance the sensory experience of sex by tantalizingly combining pleasure and pain. Did you know that the word clitoris has divine origins? Its Greek origins, which indicate goddess or divine, reflect the respect and strength that this tiny but powerful organ possesses in the sphere of female pleasure. When it comes to the climax, both men and women experience ecstasy in different ways. There are many layers of complexity when it comes to winning over a woman's heart and body. Some women find a kiss on the neck irresistible, with over 97% of them considering it one of the most erotic spots on their body. However, when it comes to the G-spot, not all women feel the same way, and its exact location can vary from woman to woman. Similarly, stimulating the prostate, also known as the P-spot, during anal sex can result in an orgasm so intense that it's unforgettable. About 1% of women experience orgasm from nipple stimulation alone, but it's an unparalleled pleasure. The realm of sexual pleasure is incredibly varied and captivating, ranging from free will to orgasms. Everybody has treasures in their bodies. If you are still watching this video and find these teachings helpful, please leave the first comment below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me, regardless of gender. Undiscovered sensations abound. Oral intercourse. The ultimate fantasy reigns supreme, frequently arouses passion and intimacy in ways that few other acts can, providing a profound connection, particularly for women who may have a stunning orgasm that lasts anywhere from 3 to an incredible 51 seconds. Women are capable of ejaculating, but it's important to realize that orgasm and squirting ejaculation are two incredibly different but related experiences, each with its own potent feelings. The clitoris is a priceless item, an unparalleled source of sexual delight. The trove of pleasure has an astounding 8,000 nerve endings, twice as many as the penis. Although penetration is fascinating, only 18% of women can experience an orgasm through it alone. Instead of deep thrusts, the magic usually resides in gentler motions that delicately stimulate the G-spot. The entire female brain lights up like fireworks during these moments of pleasure, ready to plunge back into waves of happiness. But despite this potential, it can be heartbreaking. 1 in 10 women has never experienced the bliss of orgasm, while 30% of women say they find it difficult to achieve. In contrast to fleeting one-night encounters where emotional intimacy is frequently lacking, women tend to have more frequent and satisfying orgasms in committed partnerships. Kissing a woman tenderly while she sleeps or indulging in each other's fantasies can create a bond that transcends the physical, weaving emotional and sexual connection into a single potent experience. This disparity frequently highlights a deeper need for openness, understanding, and communication in relationships. Physical touch is not the only way to experience pleasure. The clitoris, for instance, is still a very sensitive area that needs care and attention. Exploring desires together is an intimate dance that strengthens love and builds trust, but it also requires courage to speak honestly about what really ignites the flames of passion. A well-groomed partner is another minor but crucial component, since the groin area is sensitive, and even something as basic as an untrimmed beard can cause discomfort. Its 8,000 nerve endings demand sensitivity and attentiveness. Physical fitness and active lifestyles play a significant role in attraction. Women are often drawn to men who are athletic. Even if their physique isn't perfect, it's not just about appearance, but the confidence and energy that physical activity can bring to the bedroom. Sadly, dissatisfaction with one's sex life is alarmingly common, with many suffering in silence. The 69 position, while celebrated for its simultaneous stimulation, is often more about the sensations it provides, whereas positions like doggy style offer deeper penetration that many men find intensely satisfying. Interestingly, the power of attraction also resides in scent testosterone. The primal hormone of masculinity can stir desire in women, and there are even loans that mimic this alluring scent, heightening sexual tension. However, relationships where partners are too similar may not always stand the test of time. The subtle differences between partners often fuel attraction, adding that spark of unpredictability, and as life progresses, especially during phases like menopause, a woman's sexual desires may fluctuate and occasionally increase as her body evolves. Understanding how emotional and physical intimacy change is essential to preserving a healthy and satisfying relationship. Communication, respect, and enjoyment are at the core of all intimate relationships. Appropriate sexual education can break down anxiety and shame barriers, opening the door to more profound contentment in a close relationship. For those who identify as sapiosexual, sexuality is a fascinating concept where a person's intelligence becomes the most potent aphrodisiac. It's not about the physical first, rather, it's the stimulating conversations, the clever remarks, and the depth of thought that spark true attraction. However, as we delve deeper into the complexities of sexuality, it's important to address certain myths that have pervaded society, such as the so-called dead vagina syndrome. Ultimately, we should explore, cherish, and celebrate pleasure in all its forms together. This misconception implies that frequent sex may cause a woman to lose her sensitivity, yet it is completely wrong. Women's bodies are made for pleasure, and as long as the encounter is agreeable and pleasurable, there is no upper limit to how much they can enjoy it. Beyond reaching a peak, Intimacy is about connecting emotionally and spiritually, which can be more fulfilling for many women. The Coretta method is one technique that truly emphasizes the emotional connection over physical climax, where the focus shifts from orgasm to the soul-deep bond between partners. Although attractiveness transcends looks, grooming is still important. Another crucial component of a healthy sexual life is fantasy, which can rekindle desire and bring excitement and novelty into a relationship. It's not unusual for people to experience a surge of desire when interacting with a new partner, because the excitement of novelty awakens dormant passions. Men who take care of themselves, who keep their hair neat or trim their beards, frequently find that they become more attractive to their partners. Robert Sternberg's theory of love identifies three essential components in every relationship: intimacy, passion, and commitment. The way these three components combine produces many forms of love, ranging from a passionate fling to a profound, long-lasting connection. The way our attachment styles, secure, avoidant, or anxious, influence how we experience intimacy is another fascinating aspect of human sexuality. While secure attachment styles frequently result in satisfying, stable sexual experiences, avoidant or anxious styles may cause difficulties with vulnerability or closeness. The fact that some individuals suffer from persistent genital arousal disorder, a condition where arousal occurs without any sexual trigger, further underscores the complexity of human desire. It's also critical to acknowledge that as people age, their sexual wants and desires do not suddenly disappear. Even external factors like the weather can affect sexual activity, with warmer days frequently causing a spike in desire. The sense of smell, whether from a person's natural body chemistry or a fragrance, can stir desire in unexpected ways. In fact, the sense of smell plays a surprising role in arousal at any age. Music is also a powerful tool capable of creating an emotional and sensual atmosphere that strengthens attraction. Now, let's discuss a subject that many people shun but is essential to men's sexual health. Real dysfunction presents a significant challenge for many men. It can cause severe emotional suffering, which can result in strained relationships and feelings of inadequacy. But there is hope. Research has indicated that engaging in yoga can enhance flexibility and increase sexual function, lowering tension and possibly increasing libido. It's a comprehensive strategy that gives guys the confidence they need to reclaim the bedroom in the current digital era. Cybersex has become a new frontier of intimacy in which sexual activity takes place online rather than in person. Depending on the degree of communication and consent between the parties, it can either improve or hurt a relationship. On the one hand, it can give long-distance couples a way to stay intimate, but on the other hand, it can cause emotional dissatisfaction if it takes the place of genuine connection. Similarly, a lack of affection can leave partners feeling both emotionally and sexually unfulfilled. I want to emphasize the importance of physical contact in preserving intimacy. If you have continued to watch this video with me in recent years and found these teachings helpful, please leave a comment below number 2. A bold step towards rethinking what intimacy can look like, polyamorous relationships have gained attention by challenging traditional views on monogamy. These relationships are based on ethics and open communication, with multiple partners participating in a consensual, transparent relationship. For some, it works beautifully. Finally, it's important to note that some people find sexual arousal in the most unexpected places. Food and intimacy are two of life's greatest pleasures, and specific tastes or scents can arouse desire and create a special sensory experience. There are a lot of factors that go into attracting a woman, and each one is as different as the individual herself. While the G-spot has received a lot of attention, it's important to remember that not all women experience it in the same way, and its location can vary slightly from person to person. However, the neck is almost always thought of as erotic. In fact, over 97% of women enjoy being kissed there because it's an extremely sensitive zone that can spark intense arousal. But it doesn't stop there. Did you know that only 1% of women can experience orgasms through nipple stimulation? This shows how diverse female pleasure is and how many different ways women can experience sexual satisfaction when it comes to fantasies. Few other actions can compare to the closeness and pleasure that oral sex offers, making it the most popular choice for both men and women. Women can ejaculate, but it's important to realize that squirting ejacular and orgasm are not the same thing. The duration of a female orgasm can vary greatly, ranging from a brief 3 seconds to an intense 51 seconds. The clitoris, with its 8,000 nerve endings, twice as many as the penis, is the epicenter of female pleasure and often holds the key to orgasm for many women, yet only 18% of women are able to reach orgasm through penetration alone. It is crucial to explore alternative forms of stimulation during a female orgasm. The entire brain becomes fully active, firing on all cylinders and often leaving her ready for more pleasure immediately afterward. However, despite this potential for multiple orgasms, around 30% of women report difficulty reaching climax, and 1 in 10 women has never experienced an orgasm at all. For many, shallow penetration is often more pleasurable because it gently stimulates the G-spot area rather than relying on deep penetration, which can sometimes be less satisfying in terms of relationships. Committed couples tend to experience more frequent and fulfilling orgasms compared to casual flings. The emotional intimacy built over time can create a stronger connection in the bedroom, making every encounter more meaningful. Exploring each other's fantasies can be an exciting way to bring couples closer together, and open communication is crucial in figuring out what truly brings each person pleasure. Unrealistic expectations about body image can have a devastating effect on self-esteem, especially in the bedroom, where vulnerability is key to deep connection for men. Gentle kissing while sleeping is another intimate act that women tend to enjoy because it's a tender gesture that deepens the bond between partners. Keeping the groin area neat can improve both partners' comfort levels and elevate their overall pleasure. Even if they don't have a bodybuilder physique, women naturally gravitate towards men who actively participate in sports or lead active lifestyles when it comes to sexual positions. While maintaining an active lifestyle and sporting a well-groomed beard can enhance your attractiveness, staying physically fit also plays a significant role. 69 is all about mutual sensations, which provide both parties the chance to enjoy themselves at the same time. On the other hand, many men prefer the doggy style because of the depth of penetration it permits, which can increase their level of enjoyment. We appreciate you joining us on this exciting journey. Each position has certain advantages of its own, and experimenting with various positions can help maintain the passion in any relationship. What have you learned so far about sexual health and well-being? We'd love to hear from you. If you liked this video, please leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content. What lesson will you apply to your life? We thank you for your support and look forward to sharing more amazing information and advice with you.